Welcome to another episode of Uboat 1304. Still stationed at La Rochelle. We did manage to finish all the objectives of the Black Pit campaign. And now we are going for southern roads to continue the war effort.
Ihre versenkte Tonnage im Mittelmeer ist mittlerweile legendär. Gut gemacht, Herr Kommandant. Dies sind aktuelle Einsatzbefehle vom BDU, streng geheim.
So currently only two options for this campaign. One is medium difficulty, anticipated number of vessels is just small, and there is battleship Nelson maybe in this area. And then we have the other one, tiny bit lower, I mean southern, more south. And this is again medium, small vessels, number of vessels, and this is a strong winds campaign. So I will use one of the, we have still 16 points. I will request new set. And let's check what we have now. We're gonna have only two of them. So we have a medium difficulty again, small, nothing else. And the other one is medium, small, increased enemy presence, enemy escort ships. So let's do first the one here. This is even like, I mean, one sector northern than the other one. I think, yeah, that's the one. That's a good one. We'll select this one. It will be quite challenging to figure out how we will sink 7,000 tons if we do not encounter the convoy, but yeah, we will see. Hi, 54, 54, 54, 54.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
It's going to be a long journey. So we're going to the Western Africa, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, slightly north of Gambia. So currently we have 2,000 miles to reach the sectors. The Curidium don't have a rest for a while, so currently the fatigue is already causing minus 18 points per minute, which we even cannot like compensate with a variety of food. So we'll probably get discipline lowered to the lower levels, and then maybe we'll again get some new personality reveals of our crew members. We already had one mission in the southern sectors, but unfortunately it wasn't counted. Hi, Eternal Divine Fox. How are you? Alright, so we have one of our milk cows positioned. Alright, so currently there are both positioned at around the same place. This is CD1 and CC9. So just have to remember CD1, CC9. And we have no other tasks in the headquarters, so we will not use that for now. Hi, Lagarovsky. I'm also fine, Eternal Fox. Yeah, if you want to play this game again, do not use the latest version. For me it's still buggy. There was already patch 11, I tested before if it works, but it was still like crew had purple eyes and other glitches. Super bright nights and so on. So switch to 20.25.1.1 in the beta channel, and this is much better. Alright, so we finalized the armored conning towers T2. I'm preparing maybe for the Type 9 if this will be stable to unlock all of them, so we will go one by one. Now this is T4. Yeah, we have plenty of points, so 4 points for Fritz, and instead of 24 days this will be done in 17 days, so it's fine. We can spend these points. I think we still have 2 champagnes, or yeah, we have. So if there will be problem with discipline, we can technically use both, or maybe at least one, if needed. Alright, that's good to hear. I'm glad that you fell asleep. It's quite funny to hear that, to read that, yeah.
Wir haben unsere Position erreicht. Patrouillengebiet erreicht.
Alright, so we did reach our sector. It's currently night, so we'll just do hydrophone check, like just message to be sent. And now we will do a check.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
40 Meter.
I do not expect that we'll find many contacts, so we'll go probably just north, like south, the north and south slightly, maybe copying also the coast to not miss anything. So let's do like 100 miles there.
50 Meter.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Anblasen. Auf diese Motoren wechseln.
So this is standard
Wir sind aufgetaucht.
procedure in a sector like this. You have to move, do hydrophone check, move, hydrophone check until you find something. Yeah, so this will be a bit routine from the beginning, and hopefully we'll find some contacts soon.
Herr Kaloin, wir haben unsere Position erreicht.
Currently it's, by the way, November
50
17,
Meter.
1941. And as you can see, we did manage to close the Black Pit campaign fully.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5
Auf
Meter.
E-Motoren wechseln.
50 Meter.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum. Tanks anblasen. Auf diese Motoren wechseln.
This campaign is slightly, not sure if, I wouldn't say buggy, but slightly more like not really forgiving if you make like shortcut or something like the rest of them. So what I read to on the forums to maybe get this campaign working correctly is to first achieve the objective to really travel this 1200 miles, and then so this will be like counted, yes, this mission is over, and then find something for 7 tons. So let's do that before. So let's just run around
Kurs
for
setzen. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
where is the, okay, this is something like that, and we will not do any hydrophone check for now. Let's first just complete the first objective, and then we'll continue searching for our targets. Maybe this level, because as I said last time, we encountered the convoy quite early in the sector. We did one C3 which was over 7,000 tons, we think that, but it didn't count like the overall campaign. So I read something, maybe this will help. But I had to check our food situation because we are already traveled for some time, and I did not check how we look. Yeah, almost depleted. Oh, this is like almost everything was eaten up. Yeah. Who knows what will happen in a couple of days. 54, yeah. As you have seen, I already positioned the milk cows in anticipation of what is coming. Okay, so let's do this movement first.
Schornsteinrauch. Peilung 45 Grad.
We tried, but we now
40 Grad.
finally see something, so let's just check. By the way, the captain is now playing cards with the crew. If the navigation is solid, he's using the social skills skill technically, and then this should help with the discipline. So we have a smoke over there, and it's one freighter. We can check that, it's not an issue. We'll just set our collision course. We will do this zigzag again later, because this still could have a fake papers or whatever, so let's try.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
So it's like 3 miles away. We'll do some time compression to reach that.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
It's a Spanish flagged freighter. Yeah. As you can see, in the current November 1941, this is the current situation, so the majority of Africa is back under our enemy. We currently are still trying to invade Soviet Union with Operation Barbarossa, it's still ongoing, and everything else is as before. So there is only war with England and its colonies, so one of them is Canada. So this is like all of that is technically British administration most of the time. British mandate, British possession, yeah. So still at war just with Britain for now. I'm not sure from like the global perspective we see something more, but no, this is just India is okay. India is also at war. Iran, Iraq. Okay, so these eastern parts. southern eastern parts, and America is currently, I mean, states are neutral. Canada is at war because of like British colony or former British colony. Alright, where we are? We are here. So let's check our Spanish freighter inside.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
So you're from America, okay. Alright, good to know. Maybe we'll get some, like, from time to time, everyone will reveal where he's from. I think we already know about... now I've forgotten, like, he was... his nick he was a German guy. We discussed this Patsy. I would definitely know if he will write something, but I just currently did not remember, or do not remember. And Lagarovsky, I think you mentioned that you have something like 1 hour more than we have here in my location, so it's currently 8:30 here. Alright, so we can do the check of papers, we can send delegation already, so let's do that.
Alle Maschinen stopp!
Monte Altube, or Altube. I'm not sure how it's pronounced in Spanish, maybe Altube? I don't know. Alright, so who is available? Wilhelm is not, but we'll need him, but maybe later. First send Horst as a linguist, then me as a combination what is needed, and then we send Anton because we can have one more sailor with us. Alright, so he speaks Spanish only, but even Walter Kos, I think he is maybe just a sailor. He also speaks Spanish, so yeah. So let me check. Walter Kos. So if we will need a Spanish speaker, we just have to remember that Walter is a Spanish speaker. Yeah, I will. Let's not go to politics there. Let's enjoy our U-boat for now. Okay, so let's check the documents. Port of Buenos Aires, and they transport valuables. Alright. It won't be bad if we will prove that they are fake. Let's put pressure on them, so... Okay, so everything seems in order. Let's search the cargo if they are really only carrying valuables. This will take a while, because the crew is still on board. I mean their crew. So the search is really progressing much more slower than if we ordered evacuation already. We can technically spend our points, which we currently have 11. What I also do, as you already seen, I do not disband the guys which were already like in jail. I just mark them because we can promote each one of them, especially when we have more points later, and then we will find some missing skills. And as soon as he's promoted to officer, he will never steal or say something wrong or fight over girl or something. So I'm keeping them. If we will have too many points, then we can technically promote each one of them. And check. Okay, so the search was done. Nothing unusual. And just valuables. Unfortunately for us, fortunately for them, everything is in order, so we just have to let them go.
Grad, Backbord.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Right, so I'm the last one. Yeah, should be fine. Shouldn't crash. Guys. Yeah, that's better. So that was let's do
Halbe Fahrt zurück. 90 Grad. Steuerbord. 90 Grad. Steuerbord.
they're not looking at all.
Große Fahrt voraus.
Yes. Yes. This is what I do. I promote for stealing, fighting and saying stupid things about Captain, yeah. Monte Altube or Altube. If there is any Spanish speaker, he can correct us. We can learn something together again. Okay, so we sent them a message that it was checked, but everything was in order. So if there is any other U-boat north of us checking the same ship, they will know that everything was in order. Alright. But since we have a linguist, I don't need to like promote Walter for now. Okay, so we are heading south. So let's do this 1,000-something
Kurs
miles.
auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Currently it's 700, so let's do one
Kurs
more.
setzen.
Maybe like this.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
I know that you are watching for different reasons, but now I see an option to play an ad. I never did it before, so let me just check once. I will not do it more than once on this stream. If you can just wait a bit, I'm not sure if I have to click on that. Just let me try.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht. Funkspruch erhalten.
Alright, important message from the headquarters. Okay, just have to report position and fuel. Yes, we will do that. And I will also check the food situation. If we are not running out again. Yeah, this is fine.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Alright, so we are almost ready with the travel objective in the area, and as soon as this is closed, we'll then try to sink 7,000. But I think then the optional objective, if I remember correctly, because I think that in this life, in this game through, we just did all the time the optional objective before sector objective or travel objective. So I think when we will finish the first one, the main one, then the optional one can be done anywhere, not in the sector anymore. I believe sector disappears. So let me just try that. Yeah. So this is completed. And now we can technically find ship anywhere. One of like 7,000, and this should count as an optional objective as well. I will still try to use these 4 sectors just in case, because as I said, this campaign... Okay, now we have like 1/3 already registered. So I think that's the way. So we should first fulfill the travel objective, because the last time I just focused on the optional, as always. But it looks like this will be the correct order. So do the travel objective, and then later optional. So we can technically start doing hydrophone
Tauchen
checks.
auf 50 Meter.
Maybe we'll catch someone. This should be easy.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
45 Meter.
Tanks anblasen. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
So since this is already looks like correct, then we will head already north, maybe to somewhere here.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Because the convoys are still traveling to UK and from UK, so I think that we have a much higher chance to find someone there, like here. But you have to be careful with the fuel. 3,000 miles, 3,000 miles left of fuel. Already down to 35%. Down to below 30 already. Alright, so we just need to find one bigger freighter. Let's do first the visual check, or maybe like the first thing first, we have to check our galley. If we are not running out of food for the crew. And since we are now, since Friedrich is our cook, he's a chef by profession, so he's also spending like I think twice as much food as it would be spent without him cooking. So this is also just to consider. It boosts discipline higher, a bit higher, but it also consumes a bit higher, maybe twice as much food. So let's check discipline. Cook is currently +7, so if Friedrich is here in the galley, he will compensate for the discipline with +7 points per minute. So yeah, we did it just in time. Let's do a visual check, and if we will not see a thing, then we start doing hydrophone checks. So let's see, nothing there, nothing in front. Okay, I do not see anything myself. Yeah, the weather is calm. I would say the ocean is quite okay. Let's do hydrophone.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Horchraum besetzen.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5
Auf
Meter.
E-Motoren wechseln.
45 Meter.
It's quite funny because if you like check it, this is compared to let's say compared to CF2, it's like over 1 square sector almost there. This range for the hydrophone in the current weather. If it will be here, it will be like quite a huge portion of the North Sea. But since we're in Atlantic, it looks like tiny bubble. That's it. So it's very hard to find any contacts.
30 Meter.
You'll do it currently only once every 200 miles.
Kurs
And
setzen.
also in this current
Betrachten Sie es
assignment,
als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
there wasn't
10
really
Meter.
nothing like special to get the optional objective. I
Auf
think it was like
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
a couple of more money and maybe more points. But there are already like 750,000 and points we have 11. So I think we don't have really care. We do not have to care about this optional objective. It's a night time, so let's
Tauchen
just do
auf
hydrophone.
50 Meter. Horchraum besetzen.
5 Meter.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
50 Meter.
Alright, so it looks we are unlucky.
Anblasen. Kurs setzen. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Aktuelle Tiefe 30
Auf
Meter.
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Let's check as soon as we switch to diesels. Okay, so we have remaining 900 and total 900 something. It's currently because we are charging the batteries and so on, but this will decrease as soon as the batteries are done. So now we have like 1060 from 1000 needed, so I won't do much more. We'll do one more hydrophone check. We'll just go slightly off the course, maybe this way.
Kurs setzen. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Okay, there is a situation on board again. So maybe someone needs a promotion. They heard that I promote guys who fight. Okay, so if it wasn't, I was like looking if there is someone injured, but it looks like not. But maybe he was just sitting on the bed and maybe caught saying something improper, maybe at my address or something. But there is no one sitting here, or this could be also tuberculosis. Ah, that's bad news. Yeah, really. We will transport you to the base technically quite soon. We're almost back from the long trip. So yeah, this is, I think, our fourth patient of tuberculosis already. Okay, so we still have... Okay, this is not bad. And... yeah, let's just check visual and then one hydrophone and we are probably heading back to La Rochelle. Even why I don't have a fuel 54, yeah? Because we spent... I'll show you, we went 2000 miles to our sectors. We had to spend 1000 miles patrolling there, so we did it, it was 3000 and then 2000 back. It's slightly like off, so maybe 2500 going back, so we already spent a lot. Okay, so the wind is much more stronger, the waves are higher. But we do not see any contacts visual. Nope, so hydrophone check again. One last.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Horchraum besetzen.
Yeah. We did our first tiny bit from this main campaign. The really first one.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5
Auf
Meter.
E-Motoren wechseln.
50 Meter. Schraubengeräusch.
Ah,
Handelsschiff.
not bad.
305 Grad.
This is 100 more, 93 more, definitely we'll check that. Maybe we'll get the 7000 optional still.
Kurs auf
So
diese
let's mark
Koordinaten
everything
setzen.
correctly down. So somewhere here
Aktuelle Tiefe
they are moving
45
there.
Meter.
Yeah, this campaign, this one is quite complicated. This would be quite interesting to play these routes already on Type 9, because it has much better range, so we could maybe spend there, like, or going there and back more often. But for Type 7 it's
Meter.
just on the edge, on the limit.
Tanks anblasen.
Okay, we don't have to wait for another contact, because I don't believe we'll have any.
Aktuelle Tiefe 30
Auf
Meter.
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Okay, fuel is already at 20, yes. It's getting darker because it's 8 o'clock in the evening, 9 p.m. But we still should be able to see them around now. So I would say somewhere in like 300, around 300. Let's check. This looks good, alright. We will refuel one more time at La Rochelle, just before La Rochelle. Alright, so as I said, somewhere there, so let's check my lookout platform. Oops. Yeah, now it should work. Alright, do we see any smoke, any trains? Yeah, we see Anton, yeah? Yeah, just... Alright, nothing behind him. We could do one more hydro. Ah, okay, it's there.
Handelsschiff, 310 Grad.
Since there was no alarm, I think this is American one. Liberty, which is over 7,000. C3, which is over 7,000. So we'll just get there, check the papers, and if they head to, let's say, Liverpool or somewhere, then we are completely glad. Not sure if it really works for me this way, because as I said last time we tried, we did optional before the main one, but it did not count. So that's why I'm trying it differently now. As I
Kurs
read
auf
in
diese Koordinaten setzen.
some forums.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Yeah, unarmed, yeah. C3s are unarmed. We know that.
Kurs setzen.
It's American one, currently clarified.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
So we'll send delegation there. Again, Frank Lever. I think it's all the time reused. Okay, we are getting slowly there, so let's go on the bridge. Okay, different direction. I get used to. I think there are there two tables? Let me check. Or is it only one here on this side to play cards with the crew? There is one here. Okay, but I still can be sitting over there, or I can be sitting over there as well, so I have to always look which way is the bridge. It was easier when I was always on the map or on just in the bed, but now we have to bump discipline. Okay, so they are there already. What do we see? A couple of machine guns only at the stern. One here on top, and a main deck gun with some machine gun as well. There are two of them. So there are two machine guns there, one main gun, deck gun, then one machine gun there, and two rear machine guns as well. Or are they deck guns? No, they looks like machine guns. Yeah, unarmed. But this is not the C3, by the way, it's Liberty. So let me punch the data in if it's over 7,000, but yes, I believe yes. So Liberty class 7,000, almost 200. Alright, we can send a delegation already if we slow down.
Alle
Stop.
Maschinen stopp.
Yeah, so send the delegation. Everyone is rested, perfect. So linguist, captain, and Wilhelm. I believe they are heading to UK. Yeah. Merchant, okay, so they are speaking English only, which is fine. We have Horst. Let's confirm. So Port of Vigo in Spain and the raw resources. So we could technically still leave empty-handed. Yeah. I think only C3s and Liberties are like armed. The all other merchants or tanker are really just civilians. Okay, so make up some claims. This is like quite high chance. Yes. So they say they are smuggling under fake documents some goods to allies. Perfect. So we will have also optional objective finished. So we just do we order evacuation and just check what was what's in their cargo hold. Let's search that. Since they are cooperating, we'll give them supply. Oh, yeah, we'll give them supplies. I was going to check our situation, but I'm already on the ship, so I can't check both things at once. Alright, so let's give them supplies. We are close to La Rochelle anyway, so should be fine. Maybe still plenty. Okay, I'm still doing that, even though it's currently like not necessary from like reward perspective. But since we are not barbarians, we're just seeing them in the middle of Atlantic, or not middle, but like in the open sea. We still care about them, they are civilians. So we'll give every one of the lifeboats supplies. And then take also captain and the engineer with us. Yeah. If we can, because sometimes we can't, especially after convoy hunt or something, there are still enemy warships around, so we can't do that. Now it's safe, so we will manage them. So there is a captain, Dick Wheatcroft, right? And then the engineer is most likely lifeboat 5. Yes, Gale Abraham. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing all the names correctly, but forgive me if I'm not. Okay, the search is almost over because it was fast without crew on board. Let's check. Some ammunition only. Okay, raw material, this was fine, and this ammunition is for the guns, so yeah. We don't need any of that. So Wilhelm can scuttle the whole ship at once. Okay. So we fulfilled our both objectives.
Ich benötige Ihre Unterstützung. Folgen Sie mir.
Imagine that you are on this freighter. Some U-boat appears from nowhere. You are still not at war with Germany, yeah? You're just traveling. Maybe with some fake papers, but still a civilian. Somewhere in the middle of the night, in the middle of Atlantic, and you are just thrown into the lifeboat, given some supplies, and that's it. You have the nearest coast is currently, okay, let's clean that. The nearest coast is roughly, probably Ireland, around
Kurs auf diese
300
Koordinaten
miles,
setzen.
nautical miles. Spain is 400, yeah, and France is 500, yeah. So this is probably the closest one.
Kurs setzen.
It's close to death sentence anyway. Alright, so we are finished with this patrol.
Telegramm gesendet.
We'll take another one immediately as soon as we resupply. We just have to supply food from the perspective of that, because we did not do
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
any fire at all. Just simple sector check. Two ships we visited. One was the Spanish Monte something tail. I don't remember. You can check that, hopefully. And the other one was Lever, SS something Lever again. What was the name? Monte Altube. Okay, not Tube. Altube or Altube. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot that there is this Gulfstream, yeah, that's correct. But let me check. Gulfstream is already like on this position. I think the Gulfstream goes around here north, then straight to the Europe, and then it like separates one north and then one here. So maybe they could be even like taken already to close to Spain. I'm not sure how it really works, but I think one goes north here, and then like the smaller part or smaller section of it is like already separating because of these isles and then going south. But yeah, from like plane perspective, this is definitely true. They will be found, yeah. Maybe they even were able to radio message that because we spot each other before we intercepted. Alright, everything is set? Yes. So the discipline will be around maybe 45, 48 when we return, because we are still, as you see, doing countermeasures. Playing cards, cooking, we have varied dishes, and the base value. Base value +5, I think it's because of the recent events.
Wir wurden von einem nahegelegenen U-Boot über ein mögliches Ziel in diesem Gebiet informiert.
Yeah, this we have to ignore for now, because we just have to head home. We currently have
Telegramm vom BDU erhalten.
600, over 650 to go and only 1200 remaining, so yeah. But this is an important message. Yeah, again, I don't know. Our headquarters thinks that we are like Supermans, or I don't know, superheroes. Okay, Flower class corvette in the part of the warships group. We don't have enough fuel for that. Yeah. Should we cancel that again? Because we have just not enough the double fuel needed to return. 8 knots, which is quite fast. Or yeah, normal, I would say. It's nothing special. AM 567 AM 5675 AM 5. Oh no, it's somewhere there. 567. So even like here, they are there. Nope. No. Sorry. No headquarters, no flotilla
Uns wurde von
commander.
einem verbündeten Boot ein
Whoever
mögliches
sent
Ziel
this
in unserer Nähe
message,
gemeldet.
we will not be able to do that.
Uns wurde von einem verbündeten Boot ein mögliches Ziel in unserer Nähe gemeldet.
And where they, I think they had also, I just did not pay attention. So where they heading? Where are they heading? Oh no, this message from the headquarters. We do not know their like destination. Because I was thinking that maybe we can resupply at Brest, just like fuel, no more food, and just leave. But
Wir haben neue Befehle vom BDU erhalten.
yeah, there's a new message. Oh, what's that? Okay, this is just update. They are heading technically south. No, they are heading west directly to 70s west. Nope. We will do it later. I think it looks like loser. I feel like loser because they are here moving west. We are here moving east. If we'll move there to resupply, they'll probably somewhere there already, or maybe there. And if we will have to like get there, they will probably somewhere here already. Or maybe there. Nope. Unfortunately, yeah, that was too late. So I've probably completed all the conning tower upgrades, yeah. So we have only torpedoes, this F-AT, LAT, which I do not prefer at all, as you already may know. And for the Naval Academy, we used it for Horst to speed up his skills. And he's currently like level 5, the highest skilled officer we have as well. Like the rest of them, so we don't need to use Naval Academy for now. Let's say we'll find a diver later on. That is another message again. Then we will be able to speed him, skill him faster, but for now it's not needed. No other missions are needed or tasks from the HQ. So there are already 464. 464. So they are already here, heading west. From here. Nope. We are down to 8% of fuel.
Herr Kaloin, wir befinden uns in flachen Gewässern.
Since November 30, 1941, we'll spend roughly 2-3 days resupplying, maybe more, 4 days resupplying all the food.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Okay, so let's check our galley. Yeah, if I'm allowed to pass. And then we will resupply fully at La Rochelle again. And I'm currently not sure what shall we do with our... Oops, this was too much. With our upcoming main event, which will happen in a couple of days. If we should wait and start working on this campaign, or we should do some random simple stuff before, or just wait, like loading, unloading torpedoes, because currently we have like, yeah, from the historical accuracy we do not know yet, so let's not pretend we know. Yeah, let's do it like correctly. So we return, we resupply, and if we will be in time, we'll start another mission and then join the main events slightly later. So I'm not sure if the Eternal Divine Fox is still here, but this is how it looks at the night. It's currently, okay, it's not at night, it's like 20 past 5 p.m. It looks like this. If you will be playing on the latest version, it will be like, the water will be like, I don't know, maybe the color of maybe the light of the, like if there is this beam, like now, so maybe this will be the color of the water, like so bright. Currently in this version 26.1, page 11, I checked it before, so it does not look like as good as it looks in this version. 2025.1.1. There are these fishing boats, or yeah, a couple of them. So it's a simple mission really. Get there, do 1,000 miles there, on the way back find something, and we finished everything correctly. Except this saxifrage? I have no idea. I really no idea how this is pronounced. So this is this corvette, Als class or whatever, which is currently yeah, there is a important enemy person on board, but we can't intercept. We are just like barely managing to get here. Maybe like this bright. Yeah. Like the whole water around, very, as far as you can see, will be this bright. So let's check what we achieved. But yeah, this was just, as I said, just a simple, basic sector mission in the west
Kurs
of,
auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
near the West Africa. But our Willy Opperman is now going to be hospitalized because of tuberculosis. Yeah. Front clasp in gold. Yeah, not bad. Looking quite okay. Yeah, 8 points. Nothing special. Yeah, so now it's really counted, so this is how we will approach this campaign from now on. And this one, 7,200 almost. Optional objective was... What was the optional reward, I mean? I know, but this was, yeah. We decided not to do that. Fine, quick resupply. And we'll see how much time we will need, because this is currently still November 30, evening. So we should be able to...
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier?
By the way, what I figured out that I think this door is interactable in this new version. You can like enter through here technically to access your driver, and then driver will take you, if you're playing like from the first person as I am, you don't have to use like this port menu. You can just go to this door and then like really go in person to headquarters or to port bag and so on, or your quarters. So yeah, this is the door. This is one.
Was benötigen Sie, Herr Offizier?
Alright, so let's check what
Sehen
we
Sie sich
have.
die Lagerbestände an.
Yeah, not a single torpedo was fired, and not a single bullet was fired, not a shell. Yeah, we just have to do food resupply. Okay, so this will be done in rations. This is already 12 hours. 1 day something. 2 days already, or over 2 days. We'll probably miss. We'll still be before the main event happened.
Was benötigen? Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände an.
Since we are already approaching December, let's also decorate our command station. So I want to upgrade my boat, yes please, and we'll do very nice Christmas decoration. We have it already last Christmas. Yeah, the rest is already upgraded fully. I'm not sure if I did it right. Let me double check if the decoration is there, because I think it should remain. I'm not sure why it disappeared. Let's do it just quickly.
Sehen Sie sich die Lagerbestände
Oh,
an.
this one. Yeah, it's there. Alright. So, December 5, 1941. We will take another mission. Not part of the... yeah. If you know the history, you know the history. If not, then not. Let me just quickly save, because this is the only place we can save is our... technically any port. But let's see if something goes wrong.
Voraus, Herr Kommandant. Ihre Versenkungszahlen sind beeindruckend.
Alright, so... we forgot.
Alles gut, Herr Kommandant.
We have
Und
two
möge Ihr
survivors with
nächster
us.
Einsatz ein Erfolg werden.
And also we have to recruit one new guy instead of... I think he was Dick, if I'm not mistaken, his name. I don't remember. So
Herr
first,
Kommandant, dies könnten Ihre neuen Besatzungsmitglieder sein.
survivors,
Ihre Akten einsehen?
and now the crew. All of them are already After jail, those two as well. This one, no, Volker. Okay, so Volker comes back. He was maybe already... He's maybe recovered from tuberculosis, because I think... We currently have only one hospitalized, so I think we had more before, so maybe all of them are already back. Just very good news. Alright, so now we are ready. Now we'll take a new mission, so I will save one more time to not reload by accident and then having one crew member less, one sailor less. I'm just like overwriting autosaves, because autosave is done when I enter the port, but before I leave I also typically autosave, or yeah, use autosaves to save it.
Gut gemacht, Herr Kommandant. Dies sind aktuelle Einsatzbefehle vom BDU, streng geheim.
Alright, so we can join the port of Bergen, which is not going to happen. This is going to happen next winter. As I said, we plan to join that, but next winter. Okay, so currently we have only very basic options, which is, I would say, quite okay. This is far, this is even further. This one is easy from the look of it, and this one is just west of Spain. Very large, and we have Irvine as a, and the calm weather. This looks, I think, the best, because this is high difficulty with also very large and nothing special, but this one is just a simple low difficulty mission, but we will have Irvine as a bonus when we will sink 4,000 tons. Yeah, let's do that. Should be quite fast. Okay, so let's set our course, leave, and then get some message from the headquarters. I don't know why they did not pump the water when we are at port. Oh, I mean, in La Rochelle. Okay, so this is around 1,000 something
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
miles. Let's do that. Let's do that. No. All is fine. I'm not sure if you have seen the stream or maybe VOD on the YouTube from minelaying Gibraltar. We were almost like we were almost finished at that mission. It was like really hard to survive. Okay, this is too noisy. But it's at the end of the video. It's not like, maybe somewhere like after half of the video. Then we spend like all the time repairing the 11 leakages. And I think it was like, when you check this indicator, this is like boat's buoyancy. And it was minus 90, if I remember correctly. So we were sinking fully, but we were lucky it was shallow water. Okay, let's leave the port. Yeah. I just got email today from them, from Twitch, yeah. Thank you very much, every one of you. It won't be possible without you. Okay, so now it's...
U-Boote hat soeben ein mögliches Ziel innerhalb unserer Reichweite gemeldet.
This we will skip because we have a different objective at our current mission. At December 7.
Funkspruch erhalten.
Okay, now we received some important message from the headquarters. Let's read that fully. Alright, so there was an attack on the Pearl Harbor. It's not written here, but we know. And then the war between Japan and the United States of America started. So since September 7th, December 7th, sorry, evening, there is a state of war between Japan and the U.S.A. Yes. If you look at the map, not yet with Germany.
Eines unserer U-Boote hat soeben ein mögliches Ziel innerhalb unserer Reichweite gemeldet.
Okay, this is U-71 sending a message about convoy in BE468. 648. BE6 4. This is behind us. Nope. We have another mission. Alright.
Zielposition erreicht.
So we reached our sector.
Erreicht.
We will send a message, and since it's the day we will also do visual check, but let me check our yes, you see this is our oops. This is our Christmas tree. Already December 9th. 9th December, so yep. Looking basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 decorations only. 700 decorations or yeah. And now they're really eating a lot because of Friedrich. Probably makes everything much more tasteful. And just if you are, now we'll check our galley quite often. So if you are just looking on this compartment, on this how it's called, crew quarters or something like that, you see how narrow this is. Yeah, just remember. I will not explain anything. Just remember how narrow this is, and then I will reference this again later on. Alright, so we should have anticipated number of vessels, a lot of them here. Hopefully we'll see something from my lookout platform. Nope. But the weather forecast was correct. Currently it's quite calm weather. A couple of clouds, nothing special. Okay, hydrophone check.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
We just entered the whole sector.
Auf
So.
E-Motoren wechseln.
Aktuelle Tiefe 40 Meter.
Since there are these isles, the main convoys will probably go over there or over there, so we can, I think we'll mainly focus on CE3 sector later on, so let's do 150 from there,
Kurs setzen.
our current position.
Meter.
Tanks anblasen.
So
Auf
currently nothing.
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht. Herr Kaloin, wir haben unsere Position erreicht.
Alright, so it's a night time, so we'll just do hydrophone check.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Horchraum besetzen. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Okay,
Kleine Gruppe. Peilung 15 Grad.
these are just
Aktuelle
warships
Tiefe
moving away,
45 Meter.
small group. Probably only 2 of them, by the way. But also going to this C3 roughly, so we will continue there as well. So let's do 100 more
Herr Kaloin,
around
wir sind
here.
aufgetaucht. Zielposition erreicht.
Still nighttime.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln. Anblasen.
Alright, and then we will do 75. Or maybe do 100. It's also fine.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Okay, there is something happening again and again with our crew. Hopefully no more tuberculosis. Yeah, by the way, Ulrich, our one and only sea wolf in front of me. Over there. Dressed a tiny bit differently than others. Yeah. We'll probably get more sea wolves quite soon. Alright, so he is not affected, I mean, he is doing something wrong.
Herr
Kritik.
Kapitän,
A trusted crew reports hearing Wilhelm Schlag passionately criticize some of your recent tactical choices. Yeah, we did everything right, but yeah. Sorry guys. Wilhelm, you will be dressed differently again. Or again, I mean, like the rest of your unsatisfied colleagues before you. Yeah, this is for me quite easy to just remember. We have this customization, so I'll always use it this way. So this is a guy who is currently waiting. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Help me. Okay, so his name is Wilhelm Schlag, so let's do it vice versa. Let's use Wilhelm Schlag. Yeah, sorry, I did not pay attention. So he will be dressed again normally, like a template for all of them. So this will be sailor's cap. So he's now applied to all. So I use this dress to mark that he's already awaiting the court martial, and we have to dress our Ulrich properly again. So since he is skilled in the silent running specialization, I'm giving him this black half zip sweater, and he's also getting a different cap, hat, or how to call it, side cap. Yeah, this one. Now we know that this is already specialized crew member. Alright, tiny glitch, but I just misclicked. Okay, everything seems to be alright. Our critical sailor is identified, he sits there. Flag, yes. I do not tolerate such things under my command. Okay, we have a daytime. Lovely. Probably also lovely weather, or is it as before? Yeah, very lovely. Okay, my lookout platform again and again and again. Do not see any trace of anything, even though it's quite... Is there something behind us? We can even do one quick sweep using binoculars. Maybe we'll see something which is not visible for naked eyes, because this is like very nice weather. Yeah, nothing at all. Right. Hydrophone check.
Wenn sich die Sonne neiget. Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
We just have to find one merchant 4,000 tons, and then we can return. Then we will do...
aktuelle Tiefe 5
Auf
Meter.
E-Motoren wechseln.
Okay, we already have something.
25 Meter.
One closing in. Okay. I assume, since it wasn't reported, that this is our friendly U-boat. Because if it's not reported, we just know there is a propeller sound, 300 something, but it's not reported. But anyway, we will still check.
40 Meter.
Because sometimes it's a glitch that they just do not verbally communicate what kind of ship this is. But let's check. Maybe it's just a U-boat. We are still anyway going south to check to do another hydrophone check. So that's simple. No
Aktuelle Tiefe
other contacts.
Tanks
45 Meter.
anblasen. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Alright.
Herr Kaloin,
So
wir
what do
sind
we see?
aufgetaucht.
We should do this 4,000 tons anyway, because in this...
Rauch. Peilung
Oh!
45
No, it's a ship.
Grad.
Okay, so it wasn't a U-boat. It's really a ship. Oops, binoculars. And it seems to be... Let's just send this message first.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Alarm! Handelsschiff in Sicht! Peilung! 45 Grad!
Durchstehen.
Hopefully, just hopefully it's a tower. Hopefully it's over 4,000. Empire Tower. 3320. Just shy of it. Alright, let's do that anyway. But it's, I think, British one. Unfortunately, we will not be able to finish our optional objective with this one yet.
Kurs
But
auf
what I
diese
was saying,
Koordinaten setzen.
that we should really focus on getting this objective, because then there is a new officer available if we will fulfill this one. So, like a rewarded as officer.
Kurs setzen.
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
Yeah,
Herr Kaloin, wir wurden entdeckt.
we've been detected,
Keine
but
Panik. Konzentriert euch auf eure Aufgaben.
just a single. This is
Bis
really
wie es geht,
unarmed
drehen wir den
civilian.
Spieß gegen diese Jäger um.
Yeah, why we have here an alarm running?
Alarm beenden.
It's not needed at all. Just Empire Tower. We'll explain to them that they have no chance. Maybe there are some aircrafts already coming at our positions which they may be already radioed, but we don't know, so we just tell them. You have no chance. It's a very lovely day. Let me just get rid of the UI elements. Yeah, I like this almost flat ocean. Yeah. Looking pretty good. We can even use time compression because it's not going to like bounce up and down. It's almost stable. Okie dokie. Still too far. What about now? Yeah, we are going to just
Alle
stop
Maschinen stopp.
and use some light signals. We'll get channel points in the future. Yes, definitely. I had to sort everything out, but it just came yesterday after lunch, the mail from Twitch. I was expecting it, by the way, but I was not able to do anything. So yeah, definitely will. Okay, so we'll communicate. Yes, so this is just 3,000, but at least for free. Is Wilhelm available? Nope, he's always the hardworking guy. So he needs some refreshment. Not this one, this one. This would be also fine, but it has a completely opposite effect. What we currently need. Yeah, alright. So let's send him there. Wilhelm, Anton, and let's say Felix. It's fine. Yes. So let's check what was in the cargo. Search cargo hold. Yes, please. And I will, in the meanwhile, first check our supplies, and then we'll give them supplies as well, because there are just 2 lifeboats. Can I stop it through the door? Nope. Yeah, we have plenty from the look of it, yeah. Not a big problem. Okay, so let's supply both lifeboats. And let's also take 2 survivors. The important one only. Invite both. Yes. Perfect. How's the search going on? Almost done. The crew is already stressed because discipline is just 49%. I don't, Lagarovsky, I don't need this reputation, but you know, they are civilians. Oh, yeah, this was enemy warship, an enemy freighter, but still, it's a freighter, it's a civilian, so we will give them supplies, like always we do. It's not a matter of getting reputation points anymore because we don't need them, as you correctly pointed out, but because that's right. We are not going to just leave them here. We, as far as we can. If we can't, let's say if there is a convoy or some warship around after some convoy attack, then we can't do that. Okay, so that was just... Okay, we don't need it at all, so we are leaving them here. Okay, but this is not going to close the mission. Let's go there. Just 50 or 75. Yeah, you see, it's like tiny bit.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
How deep is this ocean section? Because there are these isles around. Eco-Sander.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Yes, but I have to ask someone else.
Melden Sie mir die aktuelle Tiefenmessung.
Tiefe unter Kiel 2606 Meter.
Quite deep section anyway. Alright, so let's get there. I wanted to just reassign the sailors to them. What we could technically do to not have this minus point being hunted. Why? Okay, guys, you are not reading the situation correctly. That's why I'm the captain, not you. We are being hunted, yeah, sure. There was a freighter unarmed. Okay, by the way, what I wanted to say is too much work from the officers is -1, so I think it will reduce. Let's reduce those 3. There is short range of radar, but we should be still fine. Because now this is not at all there, so we will save 1 more point. Okay, let's do that. We just need a visual support for Anton with those 2 sailors. If we just bump to some ships, this is better to see them from a tiny bit higher distance or longer distance than just directly be next to them. Because AI is quite short-sighted.
Zielposition erreicht.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
Their phone check.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5
Auf
Meter.
E-Motoren wechseln.
Only 5 meters. Okay,
50 Meter.
50. So I think 5 meters, but this is not the target, this is just the current. That's still a deep section of the ocean. What about here? This is still deep. 750 to 1000. This is... Okay, this is an island already.
45
What
Meter.
about here? Yeah, this is like probably
Anblasen.
very sharp.
Aktuelle Tiefe
Ja.
25
Dieselmotoren
Meter.
wechseln.
Okay, so now we'll get
Wir sind aufgetaucht.
100 there.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Herr Kaloy, die Vereinigten Staaten haben den Krieg erklärt. Das
Okay.
Oberkommando hat alle Beschränkungen für deren Schiffe aufgehoben.
The United States declared war December 11th after midnight, 8 minutes after midnight. So let's check the message. This is important one, really. It's a long one. So the lifting of all restrictions regarding the USA ships, the lifting of all restrictions regarding the USA ships and the so-called Pan-American Safety Zone has been ordered by the High Command. Therefore, the whole area of the American coasts will become open for operations by U-boats, an area in which the assembly of ships takes place in single traffic at a few points of departure of the Atlantic convoys. There is an opportunity here, therefore, of intercepting enemy merchant ships under conditions which have ceased almost completely for some time. Attempts must be made to utilize as quickly as possible these advantages, which will disappear very shortly, and to achieve a spectacular success on the American coast. American coast, yeah, that's important to know. The following come into question as the main points of attack for such U-boat operations. So Sydney Roads, Halifax, Bermudas, New York, Galveston, Aruba, Trinidad. Approach point for single traffic coming. Okay, south and okay. So this is currently very important change in the war. It's already like 2 years and 2 months, 3 months later after the beginning of the war. So yeah, this is that's why I would like to finish the objective soon, because as you can see there is a new campaign which is called Operation Drumbeat, and it closes not so fast but still, and it's just about tons in the particular sectors there. So we don't have to go always back to Europe and back here, because we have already 2 milk cows there, and we can maybe do like all, I believe this would be 50, 150 and 250, or 50, 100, I don't know, we will see. Currently 50,000 tons. Area is quite huge. It's CA, CB, BABD, BABB, and a DA, DB, DC. So it's like DC. So DC is this one, this sector. Then we have CA, CB, BA, BB. So something like, and I think also BC or something. So the whole area here is currently open for this one. Yeah, you mean custom emojis, yeah? Okay, by the way, we can get directly their ports if we are lucky enough. I think I will show you something. I'm not sure if you have seen it already, but let's get later on. I mean, we still have a mission to do, but then we can visit them. Friendly visit with the 14 torpedoes. Okay, hydrophone check.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5
Auf
Meter.
E-Motoren wechseln.
50 Meter.
Okay, let's plan one more there. Or there. We are successful there, so let's go back.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
No contacts. Another important
Wir
message
haben
from the
neue Befehle
headquarters.
vom BDU erhalten.
Wir sind aufgetaucht.
Okay, so they change our squares. Why? Okay. If so, then we will do 100 there.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Herr Kaloin, wir haben Position erreicht.
That's good. And let's check visual, because it seems to be a very nice bright day, but we'll see what's the wind speed situation, if the weather is still calm as before. Yeah, really calm. I like that. It's slightly more windy, but just tiny bit. Right, so what do we have there? Looks like nothing again. Nothing there, nothing there. Hydrophone.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Aktuelle Tiefe 45 Meter.
Kurs setzen. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Anblasen.
Natürlich, Herr
Auf
Kaloin.
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Zielposition erreicht.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Alright, so we have something.
Handelsschiff.
Perfect.
Teilung 55
Closing in. It's
50
like
Meter.
directly where we are almost. It's currently around here. Okay, it's going at us, so I just misinterpreted it a bit, but okay, it's still fine. We'll be there in no time, 15 miles. So direct.
Aufgeräuscht. Handelsschiff.
Oh, there is one more.
80 Grad.
Let's check this
45
one.
Meter.
This goes there. So first this, if it, let's say if it's a Spanish one or some other neutral flagged one or Swiss one, then we don't we can't do anything if the papers will be correct. That's why it's good to have both marked.
Kurs
We still
setzen.
can encounter like,
50 Meter.
or should we do the one there first and then return?
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
No, let's go there first. As was the original plan.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Tanks anblasen.
Schraubengeräusch. Handelsschiff. Peilung 35
Auf
Grad.
Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
If this is valid target, we will just take the one and leave the other one and return as fast as we can to La Rochelle to join Operation Drumbeat. Is it somewhere in front? I think it is. Or is it not?
Handelsschiff.
It is there.
5 Grad.
So no alarm raised. This is a neutral flagged freighter still.
Funktelegramm gesendet.
Hopefully the papers will prove that we are able to sync them. Still do not know the flag. You know, like from like, okay, it's is it the Portuguese flag? Let me check. Is it Portuguese? I think we have a crew member who speaks Portuguese, so let's check his. Yeah, Portuguese speaker, correct. So green section, then red section, something in the middle. Can we check that in the? So this way, Portuguese speaker. So this flag is like, yeah, what we currently see also on the ship in front of us. So that's why what I was saying. That if it's a neutral flag, and they will have everything in order, we will still have to search for the next target. So let's hope they.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Herr Kaloy, wir haben unsere Position
Okay.
erreicht.
Let's hope they have everything fake. Okay, Felix is not needed. We just need Horst as a linguist, even if they speak Spanish, for example, or English, whatever. So we don't have to like try to figure out the combination. And Wilhelm. Ready, set, go. Now we maybe see the flag a bit. I don't know if it's a bit bigger or not, but that's like how it looks. Portuguese, so they speak Portuguese, alright. Port of Buenos Aires. That's technically correct because they are going southwest. Buenos Aires is slightly south from now, but they can still like adjust the course, so not completely off. And they transport utilities. Claims? Yes, perfect. So they are smuggling some fake documents and some. Okay, perfect. Order evacuation. Yes, please. While we are here, we can check the cargo, but I'm not interested like almost in anything currently. If there will be valuables, we'll spend a couple of weeks or days, I mean maybe up to a week, to load everything to our U-boat. Other than that, we have nothing to really replace. Maybe some food. But they were, according to papers, that they were transporting the utilities, which I have no idea what the game thinks under utilities. Well, like what is the cargo type? So let's search for that. And again, there are 6. Only 2. Okay. Then if it's only 2, then we will give them supplies anyway. And we also take them with us. I mean, not everyone, but just important. VIP. William Ellis, and who's the other guy? The captain is in LiPo 1. Alan Douglas, alright. Welcome. Welcome again. So this is really good news. We can finish this mission, return and then the Operation Drumbeat will be the most important part of our campaign, I think. Okay, oops, view cargo transport. Okay, just this will be this is quite helpful if you are like wrecked almost fully, and then you realize that there is a ship which has such a cargo next to you, so you can just repair everything and then leave. It happened to me once, not in this gameplay, but before. I was almost like without spare parts and missing one freighter, and everything was resolved. All my issues were gone, my problems. Alright, so let's go. That's technically always set. So guys,
Weiterer Tag, eine weitere erfolgreiche Unternehmung.
yes, just continue. Yeah, I know you will like it
Sie
here.
gehen unter.
Imagine that like Wilhelm, yeah, he's like engine mechanic. He is always in the engine room. Like either he sleeps or he's in the engine room. Now he's finally outside on some fresh air, so I understand why he's not so eager to return. Yeah, sorry Wilhelm,
Gesendet.
but you have to. That's your I think it's called Fecht station or something like that in German. I think it's like his battle station. Fecht station or something like that. I'm getting German words from the game only. Alright, so this is done. We can safely return. Hopefully safely,
Kurs
without any
setzen.
aircraft raid or something.
Halbe Fahrt voraus.
Still over 1,000 miles there, and then we have to go back as soon as we take the assignment. Looking pretty good. We will check what is the new officer skill set, like how skilled he is or what is his trait.
Eines unserer U-Boote hat soeben ein mögliches Ziel innerhalb
Convoy,
unserer
nope.
Reichweite gemeldet.
I don't want to lose time reloading
Wir
torpedoes
wurden von
for
einem
now.
nahegelegenen U-Boot über ein mögliches Ziel in diesem Gebiet
Single
informiert.
propeller U-74. This is not bad if it's in our like somewhere where we are heading. 972 northeast, but fast speed, so most likely out of our reach. 972 972. So it's there. Going northeast. Let's get that. Was it BE 972, yeah? Yeah, perfect. So it goes northeast, so I assume it goes somewhere there. High speed, so it will be around, let's say around 10. We are the same 10, so this will be
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten.
130, and if they will do 130, let's mark it down. They will be around there. And for that we need 160, so we'll probably have to just continue straight. Somewhere here. And we'll do hydrophone check.
Kurs setzen.
Yeah, that should do. If I'm not like, is it northeast? Northeast, yes. Yes, should do.
Wir wurden von einem nahegelegenen U-Boot über ein
Convoy,
mögliches
nope.
Ziel in diesem Gebiet informiert.
Herr Kaloin,
Hydrophone.
wir haben unsere Position erreicht.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe 5 Meter.
This is a convoy.
Großer Konvoi. Peilung 240 Grad.
Nope, we don't
50
need
Meter.
that.
Kurs setzen. Tanks anblasen. Motoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Nope, that's not going to happen, unfortunately.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Wir wurden von einem
Konvoi,
nahegelegenen U-Boot
nope.
über ein mögliches Ziel in diesem Gebiet informiert.
Unfortunately, not today. We still burn like 50% of fuel already. Just doing this single
Herr Kaloin,
sector
wir befinden
check.
uns in flachen Gewässern.
And it was like here, which is quite still a distance to reach the US, by the way. So yeah.
Kurs setzen.
We'll check our food situation. Oh, okay, discipline is already down to 31, is already yellow. Down to 31, yeah. So fatigue is already 30. I think the lowest fatigue level of the worst impact is 40. So we'll definitely have stressed crew, probably doing Operation Drumbeat like fully, which should help us to get our crew like really to just have civils at the end. It will take some iterations for sure, but we are getting there. I give them quite a lot of rest already because, as I said, every time we switch U-boat type, I sent them on vacation, so it was quite alright until now. Alright. Yeah, definitely. Don't worry, 54, we will manage that 100%. Hopefully not getting hammered by enemy response, but we'll definitely get there. And do our best. Yeah. So currently December 16th, there is still no snow. Do you have, by the way, a temperature reading or temperature forecast or something, or is it only in the update, or maybe not at all? Let me check how it's now. We only have a knots, I mean wind speed in knots, and nothing else. Cheers, bye bye, thanks. Yeah, quickly resupply again, just the food. And we are good to go for Operation Drumbeat. So there is a light source over there, this searchlight. And every time we stopped, every time we pass through this gate, I feel like this broken patch. Looks like so bright. Like, yeah, you probably similar to this brightness we have this broken nights. Unfortunately still. But I'm really looking forward to manage this new port management. I really do enjoy it to just run around from room to room in the headquarters, flotilla headquarters. Then you have to go to quarters. Then you have to go to port and so on. So I really think it's like for the first-person gameplay, it's much better. And just have three guys just stationed here. Technically, all the time the same guys in all the ports you are here. If you are in La Rochelle or La Spezia or in German port or anywhere, they are all the time the same guys, but it's not going to continue this way on our new patch. So this is our, I don't know, mission 40 something already. What was the number? We are still the same crew, I mean with small variations for sure, but the same crew from early days of the war. No, I wanted to check my notes. So we are not yet really mission 44. So the 45th mission would be Operation Drumbeat. One of them. I mean, we'll start, and if everything goes fine, we'll technically leave until everything is finished there. Be aware that we are using, or technically I'm personally used to use T5 torpedoes, which are self-navigating or homing, or how to call them, torpedoes. So we are going to use them only on the first mission, and then we will take from the milk cow only the standard torpedoes. There are very seldom T5s, so load whatever they provide, even like T2 or T1 without like the basic pistol, technically, like everything the basic. We'll take everything what they have.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
In order to have fast reloads, fast times, and then we just continue. So we'll have to calculate our torpedo solution, and now really precise, which I am really looking forward for the change. Alright, let's finish this one. This was like even out of any campaign. Yeah, we did just basics. And now you can read the news. Daily Chronicle. United States Congress declares war upon Germany. Declaration happened hours after Germany first declared war on the United States after the attack on the Pearl Harbor by the Empire of Japan. The vote has 88-0 in the Senate and 393-0 in the House. Yeah, so everyone really, there was not a single voice in either the Senate or in the House against that war. Alright, we'll manage from now on. Okay, so we have Irvin. We have to check his abilities or skills. Our new radio colleague, hopefully. And we have to find a replacement for Wilhelm. Okay. And return the, free the survivors. Let's start with human issues or personal issues or crew issues. So we have 4 of them. Okay, I forgot the first name, but this is Harry, Barry and William. And just 1 sailor is missing. Let's find someone who is available. Is Stefan? No, this is not the right choice at the moment. Not him nor him. Alvin? Nope. Albert? Nope. He's arrested, so... What about you? Siegfried, yeah, you are perfect. Okay, so we will take you on board. Welcome. We will apply to all sailors the standard outfit. Except for Ulrich, and now he's back because he has a different outfit, so I'm just handing them as always. And now resupply. So we'll probably spend also Christmas of this year at sea. We have no way to return to be in time. Okay, I did not check Irvin. Let's go back. I was saying about him, but I did not check. Irvin, where are you? Irvin, up. Irvin here. Merchant. Radio guy, merchant is a technically not needed combination, so thanks, but find another U-boat. Maybe it will be more helpful there. I'm thinking about Joachim, if we should keep him. Yeah, let's keep him for now. Still have free space for new officers. Alright, let's check that. So coffee is already loaded, torpedoes we did not fire a single one, same for the ammunition, everything is back. We have high explosive, yeah, that's good. And now just food. 64 now of these. 35 of these. 41 of these, and this is currently 34 because we don't want to change the article. The rest is there. One more check. As you probably know, our crew members carry stuff, so Friedrich carries just the scrap because we can make up to 15 spare parts from his scrap. Yeah. If Wilhelm is not injured. He is all 3 our radio guys carry additional 5 med kits each, yes. And our 2 engine mechanic and our lead officer, our watch officer, technically are both still carrying 5 more spare parts, which we will maybe need. Hopefully not, but maybe yes. Okay, this one. So let's just wait 2 days for now.
Stehen
And
Sie sich die
let's
Lagerbestände an?
finalize the food situation. So 9 of these and a couple of these. 14, yes. We have 15 decoys. 5 here, 5 on, or 15 more on the officers, so this will be 20 total, and 10 here, and 10 on the officers, so we have also 20 of these, so we have 20, 20, and 15 of decoys in the current setup or situation. So 7 more hours. And Operation Drumbeat. Oh, very nice. Lovely day of December 19th already, so a couple of days before Christmas.